Hi there, in this tutorial we will learn about vibrance and saturation. The question is, what is vibrance in Adobe Photoshop? Vibrance is a smart tool which cleverly increases the intensity of the more muted color and leaves the already well saturated colors alone. It's sort of like fill light but for colors. Vibrance also prevents skin tones from becoming overly saturated and unnatural. And what is the saturation is? Saturation is an uniform bumping of the intensity of all colors in your shot. This can be the result in clipping and oversaturation of skin tones, leaving them looking too orange or unnatural. So as this is the topic of color, so we have to know the use of vibrance and saturation. So let's take a look the use of vibrance and saturation in Adobe Photoshop. To explain you in details about vibrance and saturation, we have to open our exercise file, and therefore we have to click File menu, and from there we will go for Open option. Inside our exercise file, you will get this color and adjustment folder, and inside the color and adjustment folder you will get this Michael Unsplash image. So you have to select this Michael Unsplash image, then you have to click open. So this is our image and we will apply vibrance and saturation in this image. So question is, where is the vibrance and saturation option in Adobe Photoshop? You will get vibrance and saturation option inside the adjustments panel. So here is the adjustments panel, and inside this adjustments panel you will get this triangle icon, and this is the option for vibrance and saturation. If you don't found the adjustment panel inside your Photoshop, then you have to click this window menu, and from there you will have to click on this adjustments option. So inside the adjustments panel you have to click on this triangle shape, and this is the properties of vibrance and saturation, and you can take a look. This is the scale for vibrance and this is the scale for saturation. So let me show you about the vibrance. So let me decrease the scale of vibrance, and here is the effect of vibrance applied on the image. And right now I want to increase the scale of vibrance, so let's do that. And here is the changes applied to this image. So this is how vibrance works on the image. And now we will reduce the scale of saturation. So this is the scale of saturation. I want to reduce the scale. Okay, you can take a look the effect of saturation applied on the image, and let me increase the scale of saturation. Here we go. Right now this image looks much beautiful and much attractive than before. So let's start from 0 scale of vibrance and saturation. Okay, so this is the actual view of our image, and let's reduce the saturation scale along with vibrance scale. And after reducing the scale of vibrance and saturation, this image got a black and white image. But let's place the scale of vibrance and saturation for 0 scale. Okay, so this is the actual view of our image, and now we will increase the level of vibrance, level of saturation. Now it looks really good, and if you want to increase more, then you can do that. So just for an example, I want to increase the level of vibrance and level of saturation, and now this image looks more attractive than before. So this is how vibrance and saturation works in Adobe Photoshop.